It's Friday, September 27th, and it's time for your weekly recap. Today we gave away one of these. It's the Mad Sponges set. I signed this and made it out to someone in particular to find out who it is, and if you won, go ahead and check out the Magic Geek blog right now. And to find out what's up for grabs this week, keep watching right here on the Magic Geek Weekly Recap. Flores from YouTube, where do you get inspiration from? I get inspiration from everything around me. Everything that I see can spark inspiration. Sometimes the act of reading slows down my brain long enough to actually pull that inspiration. So I really highly suggest that you learn as much as you can and read as much as you can. Jesse from the Magic Geek blog, hi Chris, I have a question. When you create your tricks, do you look at the effects first or the gimmicks first? I think I've talked about this a little bit in a previous weekly recap, but I'll go over it again right now because I think it's important to this topic of inventing. Sometimes it happens one way, sometimes it happens the other way. Most of the time I come up with an effect that I want to do and then I figure out a method. That's how I came up with Redemption. Redemption, I wanted this certain look of the pieces disappearing when you wave the deck over it, and I developed a way of making that happen, and that's how we have the Redemption gimmick. With the shark, it happened in reverse. I came up with this cool gimmick that could do these cool things, and I developed it and workshopped it and figured out which effects were the best, and those are the effects that I included in the DVD. Merle from Facebook, just how much alcohol does it take to come up with a really good effect? Ido from YouTube, hi Chris, my name is Ido and I am 13 years old. I'm going to invent a great trick soon and I have a question. Do you think that people will think that my trick is unprofessional just because I am young? And how to make them think that my trick is good and professional? Thank you very, very much, and I hope you will answer me. Smiley face. I don't think it matters how old you are as long as you put in the time and really work on creating a really good trick. There's a lot that goes into a magic trick that goes into production. You have to think about the production costs, you have to think about manufacturing, you have to think about packaging, and you have to think about the end user and how they're going to react to the trick. It's not just about the audience. The audience reaction has to be there, but you also have to think about the magician that's going to be performing it. As long as you keep all of that stuff in mind and you work really hard on making a really good trick that's packaged really well, then nobody's going to care how old you are. A lot of young magicians have put out a lot of great magic. Age isn't a factor. What is a factor is if you have a good product or not. Now's the part of the show where I tell you something I'm excited about, and this week I'm extremely excited because the sequel to my trick Antac has come out, Antac 2, The Revenge of Antac. If you haven't checked out the demo yet, go check it out. We did it a little different, it's a little silly, a little crazy, but I'm really excited about it. I really like it. I'm so excited about this because not only is the new gimmick amazing and it makes the routine even cleaner and just look better, but we've included a bunch of other routines. I've taken the gimmick and completely gotten rid of the ant concept and played around with it and come up with ways of making live butterflies appear, making the deck explode with a shooting the deck routine, make change come out of a card that has stickers on it. Just tons of really cool ideas and concepts have been put into this, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. Right now, Antac 2 is on pre-sale at magicgeek.com, and it will be physically available on the 10th and be shipping out to you on that date. Gabrielle from YouTube, hey Chris, I have a trick that I have been working on forever, and I just keep hitting roadblocks. What is the best way to work around this and get a better method to accomplish the illusion? Thanks. Sometimes the best thing to do is put something down for a while and let your subconscious work on it. Oftentimes when I hit roadblocks, it's really hard to get past that and I keep just banging my head against the wall. It's not until I set it down and work on something else, let my brain do something else for a while, that I subconsciously actually figure out the correct thing to do with what I've been working on. Inventing magic tricks is hard work, and you can't be afraid of hard work. You've got to just keep working on it, keep trying new things. You're going to hit roadblocks the whole way through. It's frustrating, but you've got to do it. You got to put in the time, and that is what makes really good magic tricks. Nick from Facebook, are you more personal or open when it comes to creating magic? In other words, do you share your ideas with other magicians for help and thoughts on it, or do you kind of keep it hidden and work on it yourself? It depends on the project. For most of my projects, everything's sort of internalized at first, and then once I have a really good idea of what I'm going to accomplish and how I'm going to do it, then I'll start talking to other magicians about it. Techman from YouTube, hey Chris, can you teach how to create props? Something that really helped me out in the long run is just trying to learn everything and get my hands on stuff. I built models as a kid. I learned how to do sculpture. I learned how to do woodworking and shop stuff, auto shop stuff. So I have a broad understanding of tools and different ways of manufacturing stuff, and that's really helped me out in creating magic tricks. Magic can be made with tons of stuff. You can make it with cards, coins, ropes, everyday objects, plastic, wood. It can be made out of anything. So having an understanding of how each of those things work and how mechanics work can really help you to create props. That way, when you get inspired to create something, you can actually go out there, build a rough prototype, and see if it has potential or not. So this week's giveaway is pretty cool. If you order any of the new nautical decks, and these decks are brand new, very cool decks of cards, if you order any of them, your name goes into the running for a white nautical deck. Now there are only 1,000 of these. Nobody's retailing these, so the only way to get it really is to win it or to be part of some sort of promotion. And this is what we're doing. If you order any one of those nautical decks, your name goes into the running. Next week on Friday, I'm gonna pull a name out of the hat, and if it's your name, you get one of the limited edition nautical decks. Now, your name can go into the running as many times as you wish. Every time you order one of those nautical decks, your name goes into the hat. So, order up as many as you'd like. They're very cool decks. Even if you don't win, you still end up with a very, very cool nautical deck, and I'm gonna pull a name out of a hat at the end of the week. Best of luck to all of you. Well, that's all the time we have for this week. I want to thank you very much for watching. Go ahead and click the subscribe button if you haven't already, because we post videos every week about magic. We're really passionate about it, and if you like magic, you should be subscribed to our YouTube channel. Also, we've got a few new videos here. Check those out. They're very cool. And next week's topic is going to be Halloween. So if you have a question or a comment about Halloween, we want to hear from you. Your comment could get featured in next week's episode of the Weekly Recap. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next